What it is, what it do, man. It's Show Me Some Man, Build a Go, man. And welcome to the first episode of the 1701 podcast.
1701.
Yeah, I put that because I feel like I made my YouTube career out of that house. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say, where the motherfucker at, but
I was gonna say,
no.
We in Milwaukee, right?
Just know, yeah. Just know I made it in the crib. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me get the mic close a little bit. But I made it in the crib. That's all I gotta say. You know what I'm saying? But we got a special guest. My boy, my brother from another mother, Tae The Motherfucking Don, man. Go ahead and talk your shit.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy, Tae The Don.
What's going on?
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Go ahead. You got Instagrams, anything you want to shout out? You know what I'm saying?
My Instagram is It's Tae The Don. So
okay.
ITSTAETHEDON, and that's really the only one I use. I don't use Twitter.
I'm about to say, how many Instagrams did you have before all of that?
Really, I think it was only 2. I went through the
Go ahead, talk it, yeah, talk your shit, come on.
I went through the Tay Glizzy phase, that was old as and then I went through the MKE.AJ
yeah, that's the one I know, yeah, MKE.AJ, nigga.
What people don't know is we originated that.
Facts, y'all did.
We originated
Julius,
that.
who
Me,
else?
Julius, Dre.
Okay.
From Rufus King.
Yes, sir.
And I think it was just us 3. We all started that, and then after that, everybody MKE died.
You know what I'm saying?
I had to let that go, professional image. So, now it's Tae The Don. It's
you already know who it is. It's Tae The Don.
Hell yeah.
Question. So this is how we gonna start this off, man.
Okay.
We gonna start it off on how did you start your whole career of what you doing right now? This studio, how did it all start, bro?
All right, one day I woke up, look at that.
Woke up, had an epiphany.
I was always into like computers and stuff, so it's kind of second nature for me to be in audio, but really I was exposed to music through my dad, actually. Growing up, he plays like organ and music and writes music. I had like a choir, all that kind of stuff. Like, okay. He does all that type of stuff professionally. Like, he got like a Hammond organ sponsorship.
What you say?
Yeah.
What you say?
Like, he plays really good.
Wait, no. I was
Hammond organ sponsorship.
What is that? Oh, the organ?
Like the actual organ company.
Oh shit!
If you go to the website, I don't know if it's still on there, but he on the front. One of the.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I gotta find that shit.
So but shit. Yeah, he like, I grew up in a church, so I was always around like music in general, like being in the choir, stuff like that. But yeah, he actually did music, and he kind of like introduced me to it. A few people introduced me to it, honestly, but he kind of like really not forced me to do it. That don't sound right. But he kind of like basically I started as a kid, like around the age of 9, stuff like that. Like, I had a computer and I had to like engineer some of his stuff, so that kind of got me into it. But also, my cousin. Literally, everybody had me making beats and stuff. Like, my cousin, Lennox, and Cornell, and Certified Cardell.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the gang.
Or he go by Cardell now.
Cardell? Hey, you got it.
But
you
yeah,
got it.
He came through last week because he moved to L.A.
No, I didn't.
But yeah, he changed his name to Cardell because he said that's kind of how people pronounce it anyway, so he changed it up. But yeah, I was kind of in a circle of people that do music and music related stuff, so it's kind of like I picked up on beats first, and then I got into like the type beat thing, and then I got into like writing music to the type beats, and then it's kind of like I got into singing and rapping and stuff like that, because everybody was kind of like, oh, this sounds pretty good, when really I just wanted to write. I didn't really want to be like an artist, but then it kind of ventured into experimenting with it, and what really motivated, especially because I be singing and shit like that. People know that. But that's really true. The only reason why I started singing is because all my siblings told me that I was the worst singer out the family. Like,
are you serious? That's how it started?
You know how people used to be like, just, singing songs and shit, having little fake competitions. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, they was like, you not the best. So it's like, I kind of took it personally. They didn't know it. I was kind of offended by it, but it was like, yeah, I wanted to show them that it could be possible. And now I am a very...
And now look where the hell you at. That's fucking crazy, bro. Dude, Dude use that negative energy and put it
towards. But that's the thing, though. Everything is about channeling your energy. Because I could have took it and I could have not, listened to it.
Did nothing to it.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of me learning how to be an artist, though, came from me engineering. Because it's like I could do the stuff on my own time. So, and everybody be like, you move fast, all that other stuff. It's because I've been doing it for so long. It's second nature. So, I move quick. I don't think about stuff. I know what I want to hear. I know what stuff should sound like. So I feel like I'm well rounded in that area. So yeah,
I
that's
like it.
Kind of how I started.
Amazing, bro.
And somehow I ended up here.
I know. Tell like the process of like, because trying to find a studio is actually hard as shit.
That's hard. Actually, the very first studio, the first studio that I had, because I had a few studios. Well, I actually had a studio in my house. We built the actual studio from the ground up.
Facts.
Like the entire basement was renovated, like construction and all, like professionally.
Oh, I seen it. Yeah.
Once we finished it, it was kind of like, I don't know if I want people in my house. So that's when I was kind of very selective. I only had a couple people coming through to the studio working with me, but it was only people that I knew at that time. Like,
of course.
For sure, like, you know, y'all ain't gonna rob me, nothing like that.
No,
but
type shit, yeah.
I ain't never take it to the point where I wanted to record multiple people at that time. It was just like kind of like a thing. Like, as a kid, I was like, I want to be the biggest engineer in the city. I knew what I had to do. I fucking sucked at that time.
Said I had the plan.
It was like
I just need the platform.
Right. It's like you gotta practice. So it's like I knew I needed practice, so I used myself to practice. So, but from there, fast forward a few years, think what was I, 18? 18. I was supposed to go to. This is kind of how it happened.
Okay.
Literally. I was supposed to go to Marquette. I had a scholarship to Marquette from a program I was in, like a whole full 9 yards, like the whole thing. And it's like, cool. The summer hit, I graduate high school, and I got into July 16th. I got into a car accident.
Yeah. And
that kind of took me out the game, because really what I was about to do, I was finna go to school, ruin my life. And
wait, okay. Before, let me put an asterisk sign right there. There's nothing wrong with you niggas going to school.
Yes, it is.
Okay, well, look.
I feel like
it's a 50-50.
Honestly, in this day and age, especially with the COVID thing, it's kind of like, if you ain't going to be no doctor or nothing like mad
there we go.
serious,
that's what I was about to say too. Yeah.
I don't find college to be useless, but it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Type shit.
Because it's like, okay, you go to school 4 years. Let's just say 4 years. You out, let's say 25,000 generally. I feel like it'd be more than that. If I was going to go to Marquette, I was going to be looking at $200,000 worth of debt just to get a regular, like, bachelor's.
To be honest, I don't even know where my brother is at, because, you know, he just graduated. Shout out to my brother and shit. But
you should figure that out.
You know what I'm saying? I really want to know how much, because I know he did go through a lot with his financial aid, and he was there first time in the dorms.
Because he Marquette, right?
And
that's where I was about to go. I was finna be in so much debt. And I really didn't want to do it. Like, I was going to go for computer engineering. I know how to do that stuff. It wasn't interesting to me. The only reason I was going to do it because they made, I think it was when I looked, like $150,000 starting a year. So I feel like people go to college with this, you know, connotation that, oh, you go to college and you're guaranteed a job. Cool. Base salary. You waste 4 years of your life not doing nothing. If you're going, say you're going to be an audio engineer, you waste 4 years of your life going to school for something, and then you graduate and you don't have access to like the studios they had and none of that stuff. You have nothing. You have no clientele, nothing.
Damn.
Whereas if you would have took that $100,000 that you just spent on this education and started your studio and started building the clientele and started working towards the dream, because YouTube University is a thing. In 2022, I was gonna say 21, but we just hit the new year.
We just hit that motherfucker too.
It's kind of like it's not hard no more. Like back then, you might have needed a degree to get a job, but everybody that I know, literally everyone that I know that has some type of success, whether you view it as making 50,000, 100,000, $1 million, nobody has went to college, and it's like these people I know, literally people with 2 master degrees that don't have a job. And it's like, you going to school, and I'm not against it. If you want to go, by all means, it's a great experience. You can learn stuff, you can meet people, make connections, potentially, depending on where you go. But it's kind of like, being in college, you kind of got to be the best of the best if you really going to do something to succeed with it, because you got to think, college is what, 20, 30,000 occupancy per school, and that's dozens within each city, within each state. Like that kind of grows and multiplies. Everybody going to school to be, you know, like a whatever, like I'm not even gonna name nothing because I don't want to offend nobody.
But it's accounting like, or like just some basic.
It's a lot of competition, and there's only so many jobs. And what people fail to realize is if you're not going the hardest at what you're doing, you ain't gonna make it. But
you ain't gonna never see
college
progress.
is not useless, but it wasn't gonna be useful for me. And obviously, like I took that opportunity to, I'm sitting in a hospital on a hospital bed, like thinking, like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I was working at McDonald's.
I remember that.
I literally was working at McDonald's. And the thing is, though, I took every job I had very seriously. I was working at McDonald's as a minor, but I still was an honorary manager, making manager's salary as a kid. But it's because I took everything seriously. So, like, I was working at McDonald's, and literally the owner of the actual building, like the McDonald's thing, like not the manager, the owner came to the job.
The white dude?
They came to the hospital, and they gave me a check. Saying like whenever you done, like you can come back. Oh. And I was just like, no. Like I took the money.
Did you invest it into your
yeah, but that was the thing. Like, being in the hospital and being immobile for so long, it's like shit costs money. So, life still happening, bills still hitting. So it's like I ain't had no money when I got out the hospital, not gonna lie. So it's like, but I always had a hustle. So, I sold shoes and stuff like that. So I had
the mentality.
Yeah, so it's like people always say like, oh, people were just buying shoes and shit. Like I didn't buy stuff that I don't buy stuff that I cannot use if I need it. So it's kind of like I sold shoes and I collected shoes for a reason, because if I needed some money, I know I could sell them and make a quick profit.
Oh yeah.
So I got out the hospital and I'm just thinking like, damn, my parents wanted me to go to college, so I want to kind of make them happy to some sort, but it's kind of like, okay.
But, okay, I'm sorry to cut you off, but ain't that fucked up on how, like, you trying to make your parents happy
and it's not
about...
Even I'm not even going to say my parents.
No,
the
of course.
Whole family. It's like, oh, you're going to college. Like, we want you to be a doctor. Like, we grow up as a kid, especially in a black family. Everybody want their kid to be a doctor. Like, I don't understand that, because being a doctor was the last thing I wanted to be. Like, seriously. That's not even remotely... interesting. Like I don't like that type of stuff. Granted, that was the highest thing on my ACT, science, for some reason.
Oh wow.
Random fact. I was confused when I seen it, but I was like, people want you to go to school to be stuff that they want you to be, and it's not that even. My family, they didn't care what I did as long as I did what I wanted to do, because they knew I wasn't gonna do some dumb shit. So it's kind of like they wanted me to go to school, I guess, just to, I don't know, have a safety net, some type of security, or even just to get a degree, because I'm not 100% sure if I would have been the first generation to graduate with an actual degree or some shit. But at that time, it was just kind of like, I'll leave that to my siblings or whatever. I hope they don't go to college either. Y'all got to be entrepreneurs.
Oh, my mama. So did you ever have a plan B? Like if you...
Honestly, no.
You didn't have a plan? You just went straight through
this is
with
what
this
happened.
shit?
Once I'm, because I stopped the story a little bit. Once I'm like, okay, I'm like, what I got to do? I'm either going to go to school, So I'm like, okay, I got an idea. I could go to MATC. It's a lot cheaper. And then on the side, I'm going to just open up the studio. So I think January of the year January 2017, I enrolled in MATC. And then I also put a down payment on the studio.
Not the one on the south side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the First Street location. And that was kind of where I started engineering. But at that time, I ain't had no clients. It was just kind of like me stepping out on faith and knowing what I could do. But it's kind of like I didn't care. So I did music. So it was kind of cool to even have my own sanctuary to go to for days. I literally was sleeping there when I first got it. Even let's just say the first 4 months, it was not profitable at all.
Really?
I was literally begging. I couldn't even get people to record there for free. I was begging people, not begging people. I was introducing myself because, I was new to it. So it's kind of like when people be like, oh, how did you build your clientele? I was in people's inboxes like, hey, I know you do music. I got a free session for you. Let's just, see.
That's how you get them,
see how you like it. If you don't have to come back. So it's kind of like, cool. So I did that for a while, and all of the people that came to me at that time, they still come to me to this day. And it's kind of like, that's how I built up my clientele. And after, I would say, 2 months of that, I never promoted ever since then.
And you've been just booming ever since.
Booming ain't even the word. It's like, bro, I'm the highest requested engineer there is.
Oh, shit.
Not there. I'm just bullshitting.
Still, though.
Literally, anybody know in the city, like, you want to go to a quality studio, book with Tae.
Holla at Tae The Don. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put my boy Instagram, and I'm gonna also put his booking info down in the description below. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all need any type of booking, you already know. Also, the man shoot photos too. Like the man does it all. So if you need to go ahead and record and let that nigga take pictures of you while you recording,
hell yeah,
let the nigga do it.
Shameless plug.
You know what I'm saying? For the one time.
Our company just actually shot our first short film. Finally, we've been trying to do that forever.
I seen that. I ain't get to watch it yet though.
Yeah, we got the International Film Festival. We got submitted to that. So
I'm proud of y'all, bro. For real. Yeah, hey, look, I gotta shake your hand on that one. Y'all niggas did y'all thing, bro. For real.
It's, you know, business. You kinda. You just gotta want it, honestly. Because I knew I was hungry to be. I wasn't even about money. I was hungry to be the best at what I did, and the only way you could be the best is if you do something consistently. If you work at it day in and day out. Like, I literally was sleeping in the studio, figuring out how to mix, how to do this, how to do that. Problem solving, finding solutions, buying stuff as I could. Like, the first microphone I had, it was like a Blue Spark. That thing, you could get it for like $40, $50 now.
That ball.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, bro, everybody be like, oh, now you got like a fucking Neumann. I'm like, bro, I did not have this when I started, and I was still as happy as I was when I had that there as I am now with all the stuff I have. And it's kind of like, you got to learn how to appreciate and use what you have to understand and learn the other stuff.
Yeah,
like, it wasn't until I learned, even though after a couple months or whatever, like a year or whatever, like when I finally had the money to get a microphone that I really, really wanted, I waited because I wanted to test it out and push it to its limits to finally see, like, okay, now I understand why this one's better than this one, because you can only do this much with this interface or that type of stuff. Like, everything sounds different.
Yeah,
like, you got to learn that stuff, and everybody want to take shortcuts. I don't believe in that. That's why when people ask me for advice, like, I give it to you, but it's kind of like a cliffhanger, because I'm not going to give you
the full answer.
And it's not that I'm holding back. It's because I know, learning from experience, stuff that I've asked people or people supposed to do for me, they didn't do. And the fact that they didn't do it, it helped me grow and learn. And I feel like that would be better than getting handed stuff. Because you hear them stories like parents hand them their kids, like, they fortune when they die, and then they fuck the company up. Like, you ain't gonna never learn nothing unless you go through
the process.
Yeah, so,
like,
knowing that, it's kind of like, and that's why I be telling people, it's like, I can't give you every answer, because for one, everybody's process looks different. Everybody got, different obstacles and different goals and dreams and stuff like that, but it's kind of like, at the end of the day, you just gotta want it.
That shit didn't happen overnight.
Literally.
That shit didn't happen overnight.
And for me to even have been doing this since, like, 2016, it's 2022 now, like, I'm way further than what I ever thought I would have been.
You know what I'm saying? That's 6 years, bro. It flew by.
That's the thing, though. But even in that, where I'm at now, most people be like, "Oh, you made it." No, I haven't, because
in your eyes, you haven't.
Yeah, now that I've made it here, and I know it's attainable, I know it's possible. Even though I already knew that, I just thought it might have been an extra 5 years. But it's like, now I'm trying to see how far I can get.
Can I exceed my limits?
Like, by the end of the year, like, I got certain goals set. Like, I want to be doing this. I want to be writing this for certain. Like, I want to be the best of the best, and it's going to happen.
No bullshit.
It's just, a matter of time. So it's like, for me to even be, and it don't even feel like 6 years.
It don't. I'm telling time fly, bro.
I've been living in the studio for even before, I've been living in the studio since I was a kid.
You have?
Like,
to be
literally
honest.
from sitting outside of my parents' bedroom on a hardwood floor with a dial-up connection, stealing programs and shit. Like, I was doing that type of stuff, like, learning the process.
Oh,
Literally.
shit, what?
Like, you gotta plug in the phone wire.
Yeah, dial-up.
That shit don't even exist no more. Like, on a big-ass computer with a fat-ass brain. And, like,
bro,
that shit don't exist
Christ.
no more. Like, and you got to think how hard it might have been to even learn stuff back then. Cause
Dog,
YouTube,
trying to do music with dial-up, bro, and your mom call the phone, like, oh, that will fucking
I'm trying to steal programs while you trying to talk to your friend. No,
literally.
That's the type of stuff that I was doing, but it was fun for me because I was, like, into hacking computers and, like, stealing Wi-Fi and software, all that kind of, like, I could build a computer if I wanted to.
And your parents wanted you to, or like your family wanted you to be a doctor?
No, it's not. No. Let me take that back.
I was about to say.
My mama might be watching this.
Okay.
My parents, my mom and my dad, they didn't really care what I wanted to do. Even though they knew I wanted to do music, it was just kind of like a, you know, your grandma might be like, "Oh, you going to college?" Like, even, do I want to say this? It's kind of like whenever I started my company, I would go to family events, and they'll be like, "Oh, how's your little business doing?" And in my head, I'm thinking like,
"Come on,
lady,
man.
I'm making more money than you." And I'm not gonna tell you this, but my first year in, like, I'm like, bro, me stepping out on faith, I'm making more money than you made this entire year, or who fucking knows? And it's just like, I don't make minimum wage. Like, we all know that. And it's kind of like they over here like, "Oh, you still do, what do you call it, photography and all this other shit." I'm like, lady, I got corporate contracts.
Yeah, but like, why are they making it seem like...
And it's like they say it.
Like,
and
why are you trying to belittle me? Like,
I don't fuck with certain, parts of the family because it's like they just be on some weird shit, hating shit. And it's like, they might not mean nothing bad by it because they so programmed to the system and being in the system. They have 9-to-5s and pension funds and all that other shit. I don't believe in that. It's like I've never been, not even to call it regular, but I've never been the type of person to settle.
There we go.
To fit in, like, oh, I want to have a secure job that I can, that I'm going to be making $2,000 a week type. Like, I don't care about that. I take a risk.
Yeah.
Even when I first started, like, some months I might not have had shit, no money to do nothing, but barely pay the rent type shit. I was still happy. Yeah. Because I knew the end goal, the vision, the reward for working. And it's kind of like, I didn't care. Even though I never had a doubt in my mind that it would have failed, even if it would have, I would have been proud that I actually stepped out and tried to do something that I wanted to do. And, because I always tell people, and it's kind of like a cliche quote, but it's kind of like, I would rather live with regret, wishing that I hadn't done something, than, having the thought of, damn, I wish I would have knew what it would have been like if I would have, quit school and did this and that. Because, life is all about experience. You don't gain experience if you don't, just do it.
Yeah, like Nike. Like, sponsor us.
Yeah, literally. But it's like, bro, you can't be scared to do stuff. And that's what I try to instill in people all the time. But, no matter how much I tell them that, people are that's what I feel like about school. Like, even in regular NPS school, like, grade school, all that other shit. It's like high school. Like, they teach you how to play the system and play it to their rules. It's like, we don't learn at an NPS school like how to do stocks and taxes, how to invest and how to find
credit cards,
like
nothing.
But they'll teach you how to do some geometry.
Yeah, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Bro. Like, I literally I swear to you, I've used a pen a handful of times since I graduated.
I haven't used the pen since I left fucking school,
bro.
Nigga.
And it got to the point where when I finally had to sign my name one time, I'm like, damn, do I still know how to write?
Shit feel weird on what? Like, that shit feel weird as fuck.
People be like, what's the date? I'm like, bro, I haven't written that shit down since high school. I don't care. What does that matter? Like, it's just a day. Like, people be like, oh, it's Monday, I'm not gonna go to work today. Like, who? There is no off days. Like, bro.
And it's crazy because I'm realizing, like, I'm this years old and I haven't used any type of trigonometry. Bro, I haven't used algebra. I ain't
gonna lie to you. After addition and subtraction, maybe division
and multiplication.
Yeah, but I'm like the basic form. Yeah. It's like, bro, my nigga, Riverside, APBC calculus. What the fuck did I need that for? And that's the thing, though.
APBC?
I was literally, because I.
Yeah. Let me tell you, this nigga was smart. This nigga was smart.
But the thing is, I never studied. So I came from Marshall, and when I got to Riverside, I never knew I was going to Riverside.
Jonte, look. Tae The Don used to be the shyest nigga in the motherfucking school, nigga.
Nah. I ain't gonna lie. Listen. And it was, because I feel like that contributes a lot to how I got to Riverside. Mm-hmm. I was at Marshall. I was cool at Marshall because I've been at Marshall for a while, and I knew everybody. Like, I was that nigga at Marshall because I, like, damn near, I was on the fucking cover of one of the years of the yearbooks of my grade, like, one of the years, and it was kind of like.
Was Marshall a high school or was it a middle school, high school?
When I went there, it was a middle school, high school. No, I take that back. Marshall was a high school, and then they converted it into a middle high school when I got there. Oh. So I think Shamar was going to Marshall before I don't know. It's weird, but it was originally when it was at the new building not the new building, whatever the
one on Capitol, right?
No, the one over on the original Samuel Morris, the one that was behind like over off at like not Appleton but around that area.
Okay.
That was the Morris. No, that was Marshall. I don't know.
Wow.
It's weird, but it was called Morris Marshall when I went there, so I think that's what they still go by. So it's both now. But yeah.
Damn, brother. So mental health, man. How you feeling about that? Where are you at right now? And this is what I'm gonna ask all of my people that I interview, because I really want to know where everybody head is at right now. Where they, you know what I'm saying? What can they improve on? And shit, you know what I'm saying? Because people don't really talk about mental health like that.
They don't.
You know what I'm saying? Especially in the black community. Obviously, we know that. I feel like
it's frowned upon in the black community, but it's not even that. It's because I feel like a lot of people grow up and they taught to, you got to be tough, and don't nobody want to hear about your feelings and all that other stuff. But it's important, but it's not as hard as people make it. Honestly, for me, mental health is cool. Like, I don't let nothing bother me, none of that stuff. I'm cool, positive, and if something do go wrong, like, I find a solution. Dwelling on it ain't gonna help me, but it'd be like, people are so used to, leaning on crutches, I would say. Relying on, like, excuses like, my parents do this, and I grew up in a household, like, I ain't got... I can't be happy for shit. Like, I'm just like my parents. Like, who fucking cares?
Literally.
Like, you gonna let somebody... And some of it may be true, some of it may not be true, but I feel like anybody can get over anything if you really want it for yourself. And that's the thing. People choose to be sad, and they choose to be, like, fall into depression and stuff. Like, I get it happens.
Yeah, of course.
But you can definitely pull yourself out of it if you want to. Even Shamar be sending me some of them motivational things. Like, I watch stuff like that all the time.
Yeah, same.
It's like, it's refreshing because you get to see somebody... Well, for me, like, see somebody that does the same thing that you do, and they end up somewhere that you aren't. Like, a lot of successful people, they kind of say, like, the same things, like, I sacrificed a lot, like, relationships and all this other stuff to get where I am, and I got myself together, I got in the gym, I started eating healthy. Like, all of that is important, and I feel like it contributes. But it's also what you think, because having a negative mindset, like, people always be like, I might... It's always a might, or, this might go wrong, or I might not make it. What if this happens? Like, who fucking cares? Find a solution. I'm more of a do it and, live with the repercussions, but at least I will learn from it.
So basically do it and figure it out on the way.
Yeah, but it's kind of like mental health is kind of like you really are in control of your body, your life, literally everything, your thoughts, your words, like your actions, how you feel. You are in control of that. And I don't know. I feel like some people, they just haven't discovered that they are in control yet. And it's kind of hard to... It's not hard. They make it hard.
Yeah.
Y'all make it hard. Okay. Y'all really do. It's not hard. It's just you really got to want it, and just literally baby steps. Every day, make an effort towards something, and you will eventually get there. But the whole thing is, if you never start and you're never aware of it, like if... most people not aware of, like, they negative actions and stuff like that, and they thinking negative thoughts, and they always downplaying stuff, and it's always what if this goes wrong, like half glass empty type of people, shit. You ain't gonna never learn. And that's why I feel like a lot of people don't get nowhere, because it's like y'all be like, what if it goes wrong, like what if I invest $1,000 and I lose it? Like, damn, you ain't gonna never learn how to do stocks and do
money,
all that. Like, you ain't gonna learn nothing.
Money comes and goes, bro.
And it's even with business. Like, they be scared to invest, and it's like, what if I buy this and it don't work? Like, you'll never know unless you try it. And nobody's gonna work with you when you first start. Like, that's just the reality. Like, that's your life, friends, bro, that you thought would start a business, I promise you. Nobody is.
Hey, look, let me keep it a buck with y'all. For real, like, on some real shit. I started my YouTube channel, right? And mind you, I wasn't even trying to do reactions first. That was just something because I was broke. You know what I'm saying? I was actually trying to be a sneaker channel. That's fucking crazy.
I never would have thought.
Yeah, I know, right? So then, like, oh man, when I start promoting my shit for free, you know, everybody start running to it with the reactions and shit. Oh, react to my music, react to this, react to that. I had multiple DMs. I can't even cap on that shit. Soon as I start, yeah, it's gonna be like 10, 15. I ain't hear from a soul. Them niggas
And
go ghost.
that's the thing. Like even me and Sean, when we first started
Shout out
doing,
to Sean too.
Shout out my nigga Sean.
Shout out Sean, cuz.
When we first started
Fuck
doing
Sean, too.
videos, like we couldn't get nobody to book with us for free.
Mm.
Now,
How much y'all charging? How much y'all charging now? How much y'all charging now? Talk to me. How much
contact my
is
booking
y'all?
agent. No, no, it's we couldn't get nobody to book with us. Even with the studio, I couldn't get nobody to book with me for free. Like, and it's like you kind of look at it like
these niggas didn't even want to slide to the crib for free, bro.
it's like, bro, like I see people ask all the time, like if I start making T-shirts with this design, would y'all buy it? I'm like, bro,
just do it.
I comment like, yeah, just do it. Like literally, you gonna see who your real friends are and who your real supporters are
Facts.
when you start doing some shit. Cause once I started, you know, doing whatever, like even when I started engineering, like I saw who was fucking with me and who wasn't. And it was kind of like at some point I'm like, I probably got to prove myself, but that should be the mentality everybody has. Like you can't expect people to do stuff for you. Even when I started dropping music, like it's people that I know that wasn't like they didn't listen to it, and that's fine because I feel like on my end I didn't do a good enough job promoting.
Now, you know what I'm saying. Heartbreaker. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't gotta tell me nothing about that shit. Come on.
But that's the thing. It's kind of like people be trying to skip the experience part
Yeah.
for me, and that's the worst part because that's where you learn all of the the rules of the game. It's kind of like you kind of see like, okay, me posting this much ain't gonna work. I gotta post more, like all that stuff. I gotta present this a different way because people didn't like this type of cover and all this. Like you gotta really think about it. Your thumbnails on YouTube, you gotta think about like the cover art, the song, like what part of the song you gonna like. You gotta think about all that kind of stuff. Like no matter what you do, your branding, you gotta think about who I'm gonna have model my clothing. Like what are they gonna be doing? Like how many people? Like where is it gonna be at? Like all of that is important. Who's gonna shoot it? Do I have the money to do all this stuff? It's kind of like you have to figure that out. But if you don't never start, you will never see your true potential, and people will never find you. But you got to take yourself serious before anybody else can believe.
And and I'm sorry to cut you off. This is like a little story from his part. Jazz and Hakeem.
Yeah.
A prime example of I wanted to do it. Like I said, shout out to Jazz and Hakeem.
They
TikTok famous, amazing on Instagram,
now.
Facebook. I knew these niggas had it. You know what I'm saying? They just need the platform. You know what I'm saying? They had the plan. They just need the platform.
Literally.
So they were the example of I gotta get this shit. Ain't no motherfucking excuse no more.
And it's
you know what I'm saying?
Even them. Shout out to them,
bro. Shout out to them, bro. For real.
I've literally had conversations with them where I'm like, at some of the photo shoots, it'd be like, they'd be like, oh, we'd be talking about what we do and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of like, oh, where do you want to be type of thing. And it's like, they, everybody feels like they not getting nowhere. And then it's kind of like, I ask the questions. It's like, what are you doing to, move forward? It's kind of like, not even just in general, it's kind of like everybody be like, oh, I'm not getting nowhere, I'm not doing this. It's like we have the vision of where we want to be, but we don't know how to get there. And it's kind of like the only solution to that is to do it. Just risk it. Literally.
That's it.
It's just like,
that's it.
If you're not giving it your all, for one, if you're not taking it serious, nobody's going to believe you. Like, nobody will invest their time into something that they don't see you working hard for anyway. You have to make people feel like, oh, damn, why am I not a part of this? It's kind of like, and, bro, I shit you not, once they moved, they turned the fuck up.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, when I seen...
And that kind of goes to show, like, bro, I be telling people, consistency is the fucking thing. It's bro.
And when I seen, when they said, yeah, man, we moved, we don't got shit. Only thing we got is a house and a family. And I said, damn, what the fuck they about to do?
Because it's like they have, and that's what I be telling people about where you live. It's not that moving will solve your problems, but it's kind of like getting away.
It's gonna strive you to be like,
getting away.
I gotta get it on my own.
Because I feel like it puts you in an uncomfortable position.
Yeah.
To where it's kind of like, oh damn, I don't know nobody out here.
Yeah.
So it's like you either gonna make a name for yourself or you're not. It's like you have no distractions, no excuses now, because it's like you're in a whole new place, thousands of miles away, or hundreds, or depending on where you go. It's like, what you gonna do about it? So it's kind of like, hey,
What are you gonna do
you
about
gotta
it?
put the work in.
That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That, and like I said, man, if y'all don't know who they are, bro, go check
And
them out on
what's
TikTok.
crazy?
Do all that shit.
Like, I be watching their pages so much.
Them shit
They grow
skyrocket.
every fucking day.
When I seen
and it be so crazy, and it's like
the
I just was
Instagram, I said, yo.
my nigga, look, I went on TikTok yesterday, and I was like, because I be seeing, you know how you see the videos, and they be
Yeah.
like, okay, yeah. So I like clicked the profile on TikTok, because you know they don't show you all the followers and stuff on there. I'm like, damn,
Man, bro.
And it's like, bro, and if they can do it, anybody can do it, because it's like, bro, there's literally only opportunity if you make it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, congratulations to them, by the way.
Facts,
But it's like, bro,
gotta get in that clap, man, for real.
I really wish you should do an interview with them.
Oh, I'm definitely, yeah.
'Cause
if
I promise you, bro, they literally turn up so much.
if I could definitely
they got
get
brand
them.
deals.
That's
they
what I'm
on
saying.
movies,
They too exclusive now. So it's like you ain't gonna be able to get that unless you paying these niggas or if you know what I'm saying, if they really rocking with you type
and that's
shit.
the thing, though, they still like down to earth.
No, of course,
like,
yeah.
And that's
hell
what
yeah.
I tell people all the time. It's like once you get somewhere, you can't like turn your back on people and start acting Hollywood. And that's why I be telling like they real like open to working with people and
Anybody,
they doing their thing. It's like, bro.
And I haven't talked to them in so long, but I will always give them their props because from where they came from to act to me giving them advice, and I'm like, nigga, y'all need to be giving me advice.
That's the thing, though, it's like crazy how tables turn because it's
bro,
like, bro,
every time.
It's
ain't this convo crazy though? You know what I'm saying? I love this podcast, man. It's the shit, man. For real.
I don't, man. It's there. Anything is possible if you work for it, and that's the thing. You have to work for it. I don't know. I can't tell you nothing else. It's like, bro, if you sitting at home not doing nothing, you got all this idle time. People like, oh, that's the biggest excuse people have. I don't have time. What did you do today? I played the video game.
Couldn't stream it though.
Right. It's like, oh, I went to go smoke. I did this. I ain't do nothing. I went to the gym. Like, bro, these are all opportunity for you to, you know, do what you have to do if you want to do it. So it's like, people are like, oh, my life's not interesting enough to, you know, vlog it. Or I'm like, bro.
Nobody life is.
Nobody.
Everybody freestyles their life,
and
bro.
it's not even about your life being interesting. It's the personality.
Facts. Because even on TikTok, and I keep putting, because this is, I ain't gonna even lie, bro. That's one of the best platforms
TikTok
for
is
you
crazy.
to get on. If you trying to get on that motherfucker.
I'm not gonna lie. I used to not bash TikTok.
I swear to God, I didn't want to download it at first.
At how much people was into it until I actually downloaded it. And that's why I tell people, don't knock it till you try it.
Facts.
Now it's kind of like I find myself whenever I got some free time watching TikTok. Like, TikTok is very funny, but it's also educational. But it's also like, if you want some money, you can learn how to do it there too. It's kind of like but it's interesting.
Everything,
and
bro.
the fact that they have it all video, I like that because it's just very intriguing.
You can go through any topic because it's for you.
Yeah,
you know what
and
I'm saying?
the more you interact with the content, they kind of cater stuff to you. Like, I fuck with TikTok heavy. I find like very new artists on there, new ventures on there, like all kind of creatives and motivational stuff. Like, it's literally what you make it. And there's people from the city that I know, like literally that blew up overnight on there, and it's kind of like, it's not that.
Let me say this. So I seen this one nigga. Shout out to him, by the way. Little nigga. Probably like 17, 18. He on TikTok. Got 1 million followers. All that nigga did was literally, he was at Mayfair Mall. All cuz did was walk up to this chick. They was acting though. It was just a song they had and then he just said the lyrics and then just walked off. 500K likes.
From here?
Yeah.
Oh.
I said, what the fuck? What the fuck did this nigga just do? He didn't do nothing. All he did, bro, the girl turned around. He turned back like he was on some shy shit, but was singing the lyrics. 500K likes, 1 million views. I said, what the fuck? I said, y'all niggas what is this? What is this? Mind you, I don't care on like how you doing your shit.
This is what I kind of gravitate towards when I tell people it don't matter what it is.
Bro.
If people like the content, they like the content.
Bro.
So it's kind of like, I be seeing some stuff on there and I just be like, bro, this kind of questionable as to why you have 1 million likes on this shit. But it's like, at the end of the day, you know, people's personality kind of pours through a lot of stuff. So it's like no matter what you do, if you have enough supporters, like people will vibe with it.
Yeah.
It's just you got to give them the stuff to
You got to give them the content.
Yeah. So it's kind of like
content.
People be too scared and they be trying to be too perfect about stuff. Like, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to have the best lighting and the best camera. Like, bro, I like YouTubers more when I find them on their journey from when they had like that shitty camera and they had like that bad lighting. Like it's cool because you get to have like a timestamp of when you started, and now you have like a whole documentary of yourself.
Yeah, of course.
Kind of going through.
You got that one favorite YouTuber that you be watching, like that came from the ground up, and you like, damn, like
it be for me. It's yeah. I kind of got like different avenues on there, but yeah, I do. And the thing is, it's weird. I got new favorite YouTubers every week.
Oh, well, you got a favorite YouTuber right now?
I don't know why. I find myself watching Omi and the Hellcat a lot.
Okay, I fuck with it. Yeah. That's my nigga, dog. Big scammer. That's my nigga. He faced the dream and he pursued that motherfucker.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I don't know. Right now I'm watching Omi and the Hellcat. I'll be watching I think his name is Corey.
Corey Kenshin?
Yeah.
My girl put me on to him. My girl put me on.
I'm starting to get into like cars and shit.
I love his vibe, bro.
I'll be watching
cars. Omi and Hellcat.
On some more Batman Kevo shit for some scamming shit.
Ooh, hey, you talking your shit. You talking about the scammers.
But I'll be also watching like, regular shit like DDG.
Okay. Hey. That nigga is a marketing genius.
I don't know what. And the thing is, bro, I was just watching some of his old videos with my girl, and it was just kind of like, hey, this nigga so corny.
Yeah.
Or he was. And it's kind of like, to see where he at now, it's kind of like, bro, his videos used to suck.
Not even that. I feel like he still is the same person.
Yeah. And
the nigga just got money
now. And that's
now.
the thing, it's kind of like, you kind of see the whole 360 flip, like, damn, he got like, he know how to shoot the stuff now. He know how to talk to the camera. He know how to entertain.
The nigga.
Bro, he posted it yesterday. He said, I'm a rapper. I just do YouTube on the side. This nigga dropped a video yesterday and he had like 700,000 views.
Fuck
bro.
That, bro. Fuck that. It's the fact that he recorded all that shit on an iPhone. and he don't care about the camera no more.
And that be the thing, though. If people be like, bro, I need the best. I need to get the fucking red camera to shoot my vlog, bro.
Nigga, what? This nigga is shooting off an
all
iPhone.
All the YouTube videos that y'all be liking, they be shooting that shit on iPhone. And it's like now to the point where photography can be done on iPhone. Videos can be done like it's
that
13
getting that
Pro.
Good. That 13
like,
Pro Max
bro,
so nasty.
They technology is so crazy. It's not like back in the day where you had to have a film camera to shoot a film. It's like you can shoot that shit on the fucking iPhone.
Yep. Turn that bitch on
like,
cinematic mode and go crazy.
You don't need to spend $1 million. Like if you have it, get it and learn how to use it. But the money will not make your videos better. That's what I be trying to tell people. It's like you got to learn how to navigate and talk to the people and all. That's why people be like, I got to learn how to talk to the camera, bro. Just do a video, upload it.
I'm telling, hey,
because you don't know what you're doing wrong.
How are you? Hey, I remember I did that shit too. I did that shit, and I started out with my iPhone at first. It was an iPhone 10, bro, or the iPhone X, and I was like, damn, okay, now I'm starting to get used to this shit. Let me go ahead and up my quality. So I went to my first camera was a T6i. The Canon had got that bitch Black Friday.
Shout out to Canon.
Man,
I got
shout
my
out
camera
to Canon,
stolen
bro.
for me. One time.
Oh yeah, I
never told that story in public.
Please, if you want to, go crazy.
I ain't gonna tell them. No. We gonna save it for a different episode.
we gonna save it for a part 2.
Somebody stole my camera though.
I'm sorry,
and
bro.
I never figured out who it was.
I'm so sorry, for real. Let me see. I'm trying to think, man, because I had any. Okay, so this might be our last little thing, and then we'll end it off. I'll probably cut this part out or whatever. It probably won't get cut out since it's a fucking thing. But studio stories. You have any funny studio story you want to talk about real quick? Like anyone that you remember? They're like, damn, that shit is not gonna get out of my head, bro. That shit was too funny.
Funny.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be a lot of funny moments, but it was a moment where I had to put somebody out.
For what?
It was 2 moments.
Go ahead, tell her.
I think it was this one. I'm not gonna say no name.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
So the very first time this happened, this was at the very, very, very first studio. There was this individual. They came to the studio and they was drunk. I didn't have people come drunk all the time. That's fine.
Still though.
But they started being like mad, disrespectful.
No,
it was a girl, so I'm just over here like, it is what it is. So I'm trying to be nice. Like it was just our session. I'm trying to get through it. 30 minutes in, I'm like starting to get fed up, and then she started trying to talk like crazy. She like, cause she been coming, and I was literally her only engineer. She was coming to me for a while. just the specific day, like, I guess the liquor was just fucking with her or whatever the fuck, but she had me fucked up, and she was just basically kind of saying, like, you know, it don't sound right, you don't know what you're doing, and all this other shit, and she starts getting kind of aggressive.
Oh,
like,
shit.
Like, in my face type shit, and I'm just kind of like,
shit.
I could either punch you in your shit.
Oh, my mama.
No, I thought about it, but I was just kind of like, and it got real serious to the point where I'm just kind of like, okay.
And it's only y'all two in there.
Yeah, and
That's
it was weird
crazy.
because, you know, at the first one, it was kind of like a room, then you go through another room. It's kind of like this one, but it was on a smaller scale, so it was kind of like weird for me because I had my back to the door, so I didn't know if somebody was coming in there or not. But it was like weird because she just sitting here being mad aggressive, and I'm over here like, damn, I can't hit you, you're a girl, so what am I going to do now to defuse the situation? But I got to be careful because, you know, I don't want to touch you because then you're going to say I did this.
Yeah, but assaulted,
it's like,
all
bro,
that shit.
I don't want to get that, so I'm just kind of like, I don't know how I'm gonna get you out the situation. So I'm over here basically saying, like, you gotta get out. Like, you can have your money back. Ooh, like, you can have the song, you can have anything you want to. You just gotta get out of here.
Type shit.
And she gave me a hard time with that too. She like, you know, I'm not finna leave. Da, 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 da. I just need my song and I need to write it. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'm not finna hear you. I turn the computer off. I stand up. I'm like, nah, you gotta get out of here.
God.
So eventually she, you know, we came to a mutual agreement where she left and all that other stuff. I've never heard from her since.
Oh, wow.
But it was just kind of like one of them situations where I'm like, I was real uncomfortable. I don't like being uncomfortable.
That's understandable.
And it was kind of weird for me. So, yeah, that happened.
Well, word of advice.
I would, and that's the thing though.
Don't let these niggas drink in the studio because these motherfuckers.
I be like mad professional.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Of course.
But at that point, I was ready to snap. But I was like, I can't do that because then I don't want to be that person that people feel like they can't come to because, oh, Tae, you know, be doing this, and that. So everything is wrapped around my name, which is wrapped around my business. So it's kind of like no matter where I'm at, what I'm doing, what platform I'm on, I always try to keep everything, and should be like a lesson like to everybody. You be professional all around the board and don't fake it. Like, anybody that knows me knows I move a certain way for a certain reason because, you know, I can't be seen out here doing no dumb shit. You know. Yeah,
of course. Yeah.
Robbing people and fucking going to the club, busting people upside the head, doing dumb shit. Because then it's kind of like, damn, I don't want to go work with him because we don't know what he gonna do to us in the session.
Crazy shit in the club and shit.
It's kind of like, but it's not even that. It's like for myself, I feel like I will feel better with myself if I know that I'm being me.
Oh, that shit. Wait. Oh, damn. Did it die?
It said something. I can't see. I ain't got my glasses. It said
shit.
internal something.
Oh,
but yeah, just learn how to be professional people.
Oh, damn. It got hot. Oh, well. That's all right. Well, hey. Damn, I hope that one didn't get hot.
I ain't hear it cut off, but yeah.
We gonna check it anyway. Yeah. That's why I love this motherfucker, bro. That's why I love the A64, no cap. Oh, man. Okay. So, oh, damn.
But
this is just the first episode. Yeah, I'm getting my kinks and shit out, so.
Oh, no, you good, bro.
Oh, man. Okay. So, I guess we can end it off right there. Any last words of advice that you want to give to the 1701 podcast subscribers? You know what I'm saying, my boy?
Something I find myself telling people a lot, like almost every day. Stop doing stuff for other people. And what do I mean by that?
Yeah, please explain.
You know kind of how you want to cater your content or your music or your whatever you do to other people. Like, it's kind of like, oh, people like hearing this type of stuff, so I want to do this. And it's kind of like you're not, you know, invested into it because of that. And it's kind of like, oh, you're kind of filtering what you want to do for the sake of other people. So it's kind of like, you know, you love doing, like, you know, R&B, but because everybody's saying, like, oh, if you do this, you know, you sexualize and all this other stuff, you're a girl, you can't do that, like, you can't feed off of other people's, like, opinions. So it's kind of like, and that goes with anything. It's like, oh, you know, I want everybody to fuck with my shit, so I'm finna, you know, change the style of my rap and all that kind of. It's like, bro, you got to be authentic, because at the end of the day, you can't have longevity copying people. You have to find your niche, however you say it, early in life, because, you know, the sooner you find it, the sooner you can perfect it. But if you sit out here and try to cater your stuff to everybody, and that's what anything is kind of like, you're not gonna get far or far at all if you don't do that.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm sorry to cut you off. Continue. No, continue.
Yeah, because like living for other people makes no sense. Why are you trying to satisfy your parents' dream for you when you know in your head that you don't want to go to school to do this, or you don't want to, you don't want to dress this way, you don't want to do this? Like, if you're grown and you have the reason, don't be disrespectful about it.
Mm-hmm.
But, I like to prove people wrong. So it's like, if somebody say I can't do something, like, that's fine.
Can't even lie. I do regret that decision of even going to school. The only reason I went to school is because of my parents. Like, real shit.
I did one semester at MATC before I dropped out because I got tired of it.
I think I did.
I never knew what I had.
I think I did 2 semesters.
Like, I never knew what my grades was.
I was on academic probation. I had a 1 point.
And it was the thing though. It was like pointless because it felt like high school. I'm like, bro, this is dumb.
It was because I just like I knew I could write. I just gave up on that shit because the only thing I did, I just went to go hoop, bro. Like the last semester, I said, fuck it. I don't even care about this shit no more because I was getting fucked up mentally about this shit because I'm repeating the same writing classes for no reason. This is freshman shit that I was doing as a freshman in high school. Why am I doing the same shit over?
Because I really feel like school cripples you.
It can.
It cripples you creatively because even if you go to school, say you go to school to learn how to draw. They teach you a specific style of drawing that everyone in your class is going to be doing. So it's kind of like you're replicating the system. They teach you by the book. Being in the creative field, like being an audio engineer or anything like that, don't nobody want to hear like the same this. They want to hear your creativity. They want to hear your taste, your sound, but you can't develop that if you're, being stricken by the book.
Of course.
So it's kind of like, this is why I tell people, like, if you're doing something creative, like, if you have to go to school for it, do that. But at the same time, still on the side, develop because you have to have, like, a signature.
Okay.
You have to have, like, a certain set of, people, when people come to you, they know they're going to get this, and they come to you for this. Because at the end of the day, people be like, oh, you're an audio engineer. Realistically, I get paid for how I hear stuff.
Yeah, to be honest,
it's literally it.
Good sound.
I have a certain way that I want this to sound, and that's literally what I get paid to do.
To say it like that, that's crazy,
I get paid for my opinion. I thought about it for a minute. I was like, bro, I get paid.
No. Yeah, that's true. And I finally realized that's how lawyers are. Dude, the only thing that you're doing is stating the opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like,
literally,
the only thing you're doing is asking the questions, and hopefully the 12 people that's literally judging you, even though God said, "Thou shalt not judge." Why am I getting judged by 12 random motherfuckers to say I'm innocent or guilty, even if y'all didn't have the proof?
That makes sense.
That's fucked up.
And
that's fucked up. That's fucked up. But no, that's wild for you though. Because you just get paid to hear shit.
It's kind of the same with a lot of professional, like, creative fields, because if you think about it, like photographers, they get paid for how they see things. It's nothing more, nothing less. It's like, you like the way that they perceive you because they shoot certain angles and certain filters and certain, like, it's literally all internal. So it's kind of like, you can't teach creativity, and that's what my biggest gripe with schools are. You cannot teach somebody how to hear something. You can't teach somebody how to see something. You can't teach somebody a personality. That just has to come naturally.
Especially if you ain't even giving us the class. Excuse me. Especially if you ain't giving us the class we need, like music. You know what I'm saying?
But
like
that's
art,
the thing, though. It's like they're teaching
cooking.
They're teaching you for a field that is so broad and so subjective. Because if they teach you how to do something this way, and everybody likes it this way, you never learned that. And times are changing. Like, by the time you start school and you finish school with that paper that's saying, oh, I know this, times change.
Yeah.
And if you're not actively living in your dream and your passion or your field or whatever you're doing, you're going to miss out.
No bullshit.
That's why I be like, college is cool for certain things if you can do it. But at the same time, if you are in school, you should still be working towards your stuff. If you're not in school for, like, doctors or shit like that.
Definitely.
Like, if you, especially, like, even if you're a mechanic, like, bro, you can go try some shit out on your car that you learned in school or that you want to try because they only going to teach you certain things. It's like, you have to explore. Life is still going to be like how do you figure this out? Like, you're still going to have obstacles, but you can overcome all of those obstacles in the process if you start early.
Yeah, that's true.
And
I'd rather make them. You rather make the mistakes early than make them later on.
And that's why I keep telling people stop waiting, because the 10,000 hour theory. Let's not say 10,000 hours for real, but it's kind of like it takes a certain amount of time to perfect something. So the longer you wait to start that thing, it's gonna take you longer to finish it because you're prolonging the beginning date.
Is there such thing as perfection?
No. I feel like there is no such thing as perfection, because if you feel like what you're doing is perfect, then you're literally losing, because that means that you're not going to continue to try to get better.
So why do they always give us that quote of like, we need to get this to perfection, or we need to get this to perfect, even though people don't really believe it like that? I never understood that,
because I feel like there's what I recently realized, and it's literally recently, it's kind of like perfection is kind of non-existent. It's kind of good enough, because technically, for me, for example, I'll use myself. I alter music a lot. Like, say I got a song coming out, the day of I might delete it and change something. It's kind of like I can keep changing stuff every time and keep making excuses as to why it's not what it should be, when actually it been what it was.
Yeah.
But I just keep on saying like, oh, it could be better, it could be better. But I'm really just hiding from the fact that I don't want to put it out.
Yeah.
Because I'm scared. I don't know what's going to happen, and I don't want to move forward, because if I put this out, then I know I'm going to have to follow up with another. It's just kind of like you running from the accountability factor.
I could tell.
And that's, I realized that not a long time ago, like literally within the last 2 months, like was specifically with music, because it's kind of like, bro, and everybody says this, I guarantee you, anybody you talk to, anybody I've met, everybody wants to be perfectionists. What the fuck does that mean?
I really want to know.
Because you can only be perfect if you have something to judge it off of. So for you to even be doing music, for example, so like you doing music, how are you a perfectionist and when you've never dropped a song and seen how it performed, how it was? It's kind of like you can't find your sound and you can't find your vision. You can't find out how to paint that Picasso unless you have a drawing that fucking sucks in the beginning. That's a true. Video that fails and flops.
That's true.
Like it literally you have to learn from failure, and that's what I be kind of trying to tell people. It's like, bro, it's impossible.
It's life, bro. It's life. It's life, because like you said, bro, how you gonna learn from your mistakes if you haven't tried it?
And that's the biggest thing. It's like mistakes are meant to be made.
Yeah.
But you can literally right your
basketball,
wrongs.
Football, any type of sport, anything that you want to do. Tech,
say,
community,
like, if you
anything.
don't fail, you're not gonna get far, because that means you're not pushing hard enough or competing hard enough in the field. Because granted, if you find that one thing that you might be the best at it, but that's you creating a new lane, something like that. But generally speaking, you gotta sharpen your skills every day, and that's what I tell people. I'm always learning on my lunch breaks. I be watching videos on how to mix stuff, even though I know what I'm doing. It's like you can always learn something, and it don't matter who you learn it from. That's why I say treat people with respect, because you never know. Somebody you might meet on the street could give you the key to your life.
No bullshit.
Like,
I swear to God, I can't wait till I meet one of them people. I swear to God.
I've came across people that told me some stuff that stuck with me ever since they said it. It's just kind of like, had I not, gave them respect and the time and the courtesy of speaking, I would never known that.
No bullshit.
And it's like I learned some very valuable lessons in life from people that I would have never expected. That's why I be telling people, life is all about how you move and treat people. So
please treat people with respect and don't judge nobody.
It sounds cliche as fuck, but if you
no,
do
for real
these
though. Seriously, no, for real.
Like, bro,
for real.
It's I feel like the key to success in life is very simple, but people just make it complicated.
I can tell. What might that be? And then that'll be our last thing, and then
bro,
we're done.
it's literally like to be successful, like in any business, is for one, presentation, consistency, and that's it. Like making sure that your stuff looks the best and the quality is there, all of that kind of stuff. That's fine, that's one factor, but it's not gonna get in the hands of the people that it needs to get to if you do not put it out,
if you're not yourself when you put that shit out.
It's kind of like being authentic, having that authentic branding and all that kind of stuff, and being like making it connect with people. And that's the biggest thing too, because it's kind of emotional. The emotional appeal of anything is really the most important factor, because we thrive off of emotions as humans. Like music is literally emotion, whether it be sad, happy, like whatever. It's Man,
I love the conversation that we had. I truly did, bro. Like, this is a beautiful first episode,
Hope
man.
I ain't talk your ear off.
No, you good, bro. This is what a podcast is. Like, and I'm glad that we had this conversation because, like, we don't really get to talk like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you be busy, I be doing my own thing, but you really be busy. So it's like, I swear to God, bro. Hopefully this camera is recording. Even if it's gonna be on Apple and all that other shit. This nigga is so difficult to keep in contact with. Him and Sean are the worst at texting. They have multiple text messages. I don't even know. These niggas don't need 2 phones. These niggas need assistance. Please DM them y'all application because these niggas need assistance.
We
like,
be trying.
Real shit.
It be like, bro, I be trying so hard. I just be like, it either be like I don't see something or I just be mentally out of it to respond. And that just be the thing,
cool, bro. Like, I know you get a lot of notifications. It be a lot of shit going on.
It's to the point where whenever somebody like call me and it's not a number I know or message me that I don't know, like I get real irritated. I'm not gonna lie.
Fuck is that?
I would damn nearly yell at my phone if I had to. Like, bro, what the like? Cause I be getting air. Like I could be sitting there on my phone just scrolling like at home or some shit, and somebody call me. I'm like, bro, the fuck do you want?
Man, you know who be calling me, bro, and I be mad? Them motherfucking bill collectors. I be mad as a bitch.
No, you gotta stay away from the 888 number.
Hey, I be trying to block them hoes. Them niggas still be calling my shit.
They called me private this morning.
Are you serious?
From an unknown number, and they left a voicemail. I'm like, how dumb could you be? Like,
what the fuck?
They getting real bold out here, and they using local numbers too.
I had blocked. It was a 262 number. Yeah. I had blocked both of them twice.
Bro,
the nigga called me again. I said, yo.
I think what it is, they have assist because I blocked the same company like let's say 5 times. I don't know why they keep calling me, and it's like they keep calling from the same area code, the same first 3 digits. They just changed. I don't know how they doing it, but they real persistent these days.
Yeah, they ain't fucking around, man. Ever since COVID, man, these nigga bill collectors be trying to beat niggas' asses now.
That's why I be like, bro, anything I can do to stay off my phone, away from my phone, I do it.
and I'm starting to learn that too. It be really
draining, bro. Like even social media, I be like, bro, what the fuck do y'all be talking about on here?
You know how much time you'll waste in like
you get lost in it,
man. For like 45 minutes will go by if you scrolling on TikTok.
Like even, regular shit. Like you'll go to the bathroom and you'll be on your phone. Look at the clock. Nah, it's 30 minutes to pass. I'm like, bro. God damn.
And your legs sleep now, so you on a toilet all fucked up.
I was even today, like, I was looking at my TikTok likes. I'm like, let me see what I like today type shit. Because I was trying to find a specific video I saw this morning. I'm like, damn, I seen this many videos.
Type shit. You know what I mean? You like. I remember when I tried to show my girl, like, hey, man, it was this TikTok. I got to show you. Yeah. Man, I was scrolling for like, I'm like, good 10 minutes, bro.
It can never beat as much stuff that I looked at. But it's so like impulsive. Like you don't realize it. It's just like, damn, man. I'm entertained. Like you lose concept of time. I almost left out too late because I was watching videos too long. I'm like,
crazy, bro.
It's just like, bro, you really get lost in it, and that's why I be telling people, y'all gotta stay away from social media. You could be on it, but you gotta ration it. You gotta be disciplined. That's the biggest thing.
Man, well. That concludes this podcast. I love the conversation. Like I said, I love the conversation that we had. I don't give no fuck what topic that we was on, as long as it was just genuine type shit. You know what I'm saying? And definitely was. And I appreciate you, my boy. Thank you for being the first interview, the first episode, and actually just want to shout you out for even giving me this opportunity to even film in your studio, bro. I really do appreciate it, bro. Because like. It's a lot of people out there that really won't do that shit, but this nigga right here, if y'all really like close to him type shit, like family wise, if y'all ever need anything and shit, y'all can repay this nigga back, please do, bro. He'll take the motherfucking do-rag off his damn head if he had to, for real.
I got this shit on. I need a haircut.
Man, look, all I know is my boy Tae The Don came through for the the first episode of the 1701 podcast. Hopefully we could definitely get another interview from you, you know what I'm saying? Throughout your scheduling shit. Please, y'all, follow his social media. You know what I'm saying? His Instagram. It'll definitely be a link in the description below. Please, if y'all need any type of booking done, you know what I'm saying? Please hit the website will also be down in the description below.
Don't text me. No, it's
fine. Please do not communicate with the nigga. Please, go on the website.
And you know what's funny?
What's good?
On my business Instagram, it says, do not DM me. every day. Somebody DM me. I'm like, bro, all right.
And I bet you got that shit in capitalization.
Yeah, so now I got like, you know how you type 2 words and a whole paragraph pop up? I got like them little auto messages.
Oh,
like,
okay, that's smooth. I need to do that shit too.
That's helping, but it still be like, it just
it's
irritates me to have to send it.
you.
It's like, bro, if you click the link in the description and take it to the website that answers everything you're asking me. And it be some stuff, it be reasonable. I'm like, okay, I'll answer your question. But it'd be like, if it's the stuff that get repetitive and it's like, oh, when do you have openings? It's like, it says it on the website. If you go to the booking link, it'll show you.
Facts.
It show you the pricing, the services list, the availability,
it's
the open and close
part,
time.
The crazy part is that they'll skip all of that. They won't click on that
care.
link. They will not click on that link, but they will go under that shit and try to message you.
I know that. And it's even on my website. It's like, I made it very straightforward. You get there, you can either hit learn more or you can hit jump straight to scheduling. It's like, no bull. Like, you get straight to it. It's like people, they become so like, they don't want to, I don't know if they don't want to explore what it is. It's just be like, they just so used to, I don't even know what it is.
People don't want to read and just look at
lazy.
pictures. Yeah.
Y'all lazy.
Yeah, lazy is a bitch.
But it's, yeah.
You good?
Oh, yeah. That's
he is about to talk his shit, boy.
I feel like I talk too much in general.
Bro.
So.
No, you're fine, man. Jonte, and then this, for real, this going to be the last thing, because I think I only have like 2 hours to put this on here. Like, I only can upload 2 hours worth of this shit on that free one. So, ever since you was, you know what I'm saying, the age that you was at in high school, nigga, you ain't talk until you was comfortable with the people that you was.
And I hear that so much, especially back then, like before I like started studio shit. It's like even people now they be like, yeah, he don't talk much. It's like people don't be giving nothing to talk about. I feel like, and it just be like, I don't just jump into it like vibing with you, like, oh, I'm telling you my darkest secrets type shit. Like, I move how you move, so it's kind of like if you give me untrustworthy vibes, I'm not finna tell you nothing. Like it's just kind of like. Or, you know, if you giving me, like, weird, you know, hater vibes where it's kind of like you just envious everything. Like, no, I'm not finna tell you about nothing I got going on because I feel like you finna be...
on some bullshit.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
Pocket watching. People be pocket watching, hating, like, everything. And just be like, I'd rather not. I'm more of an observer. And I tell people this all the time. Like, I go into a room... I like to sit certain places so I can see everything. It's like I do certain stuff so I can.
Same.
Like, I like to know
that paranoid.
Everybody in the room. Like if I see a certain cars driving, I know they license plate numbers. I know the make models. Like I can tell you all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, as you should. You gotta watch your surroundings. Like, for real.
I don't know. I'm very observant for some reason, but it's because I just be learning. Like I be seeing how certain people act when we get certain places with certain people, and it's just be like, oh, that's how you are. Like, it ain't nothing wrong with it, but it's just like you move differently around these people. That's fine. I'm gonna stay away from you.
No bullshit,
like,
bro.
Yeah.
No bullshit.
People be trying to be seen too much. I don't like that.
Man.
I let my work do the talking.
There
for
we
me.
go.
There we go.
Man, no bullshit. But like I said, man, that concludes it. If you guys like this podcast, man, please, hopefully it'll be up on Apple, Spotify, and all that shit really soon.
Oh, yeah.
But definitely, man, like the video up, man. If y'all got any other guests y'all want me to go ahead and look into in Milwaukee, because I'm not for to fly nobody out, nigga. I don't got that much money. Please, DM me or put it in the comment section below, or I'll probably just find somebody to interview. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who I'm going to interview, but somebody going to get interviewed. You know what I'm saying? But it's your homie, it's your main man, Bill the GOAT, the 1701 podcast, and your boy.
It's your boy, Tae The Don.
You know what I'm saying? It's Tae The Don. You know what I'm saying? We out, man. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Gang.